Now, somebody asked the question, and they said, how do you choose a cigar based on, with so many options and so many varieties of cigars, how do you choose a cigar? So I want to make a video specifically on how to start your cigar journey. Now, I have a book that you can publish. I have a book that you can purchase if you would like to on Amazon because it's part journal. But what I would say, if you're going to start your cigar journey, then I would say get a journal. If you're new to cigars and you have never tried a cigar before, you don't know what to try. If I was given some advice, some tips and suggestions, this is what I would suggest you to do. Get a journal. I would suggest that you get a journal, and when you go to try to get your first cigar, where do you want to get your cigar from? Where do you want to get your cigar from? Now, if you want to get shoes, I think you should get your shoes from a store that strictly sells shoes. Go get your shoes from a shoe store. If you want to get clothes, get your clothes from a clothing store. If you want to get a cake, go to a bakery. So find a cigar shop, preferably that strictly sells cigars. Now, I can go to the place over here, but he sells edibles and he sells cigarettes and he sells a whole bunch of other stuff. And he has a little selection of cigars. That's not the preferable place to start. I would say find a cigar shop that they sell tobacco and cigars, and that's it. Preferably. Now, walk into the cigar shop with your journal. If you don't know where to start, that's perfectly okay. What you have to do, what you need to do, what you're going to have to do is try a lot of cigars. What ends up happening is you're going to figure out what you do and don't like, but you don't know what you do and don't like until you try it. You can't knock it until you try it. So, if there's a piece of a suggestion, I would say the cigar shop owner might say, do you want full, medium, or mild? I would encourage you to say, to start off, say, I want to try a mild cigar. I want to try a mild cigar. Also, if you're still a little bit worried about it, say, give me a mild, sweet cigar, because cigars do have flavors. Some of them are dipped in wine, some of them are dipped in other, you know what I'm saying? But they do have flavors. So, for example, this cigar is grape flavored. This is a grape flavored cigar. So, if you would like to try, you're just starting out with cigars, get a flavored cigar. They taste like coffee, they taste like chocolate. You'll be surprised. They taste like vanilla. They have a lot of different flavors of cigars. So if you're first time trying out, try a flavored cigar, mild. Now, take your journal. Cigars will usually have a band around it. Cigars will usually have a band around it. So when you get that cigar, you can go ahead and cut it, take the band off of it, and put the band in your journal. After you cut the cigar and you begin to puff, take out your pen, and write down You don't have to talk to anybody about it. It's just you and the cigar right now. It's just you and that cigar. Take out your pen and write down what you do and don't like. What do you notice? When you take that first puff, how does it make you feel? Write down what you do and don't like it about it. And then continue to puff your cigar. Continue to puff your cigar. If it tastes like anything to you, write that down. If the taste is too bold, if the taste is too brash, or if you want a stronger taste, write all of this down. Write it all down. It's your first cigar. And the thing that you will always appreciate is somebody might ask you one day, what was the first cigar you ever puffed? How was it? What did you think about it? And you can say, here's my journal. And in my journal, this was the first cigar I puffed. It was on this date. And also, go ahead and write down the time. Because how long does it last? You might need to answer that question. How much was that cigar? How much does this cigar cost? And how quickly will it smoke? Or how long does that cigar last you? Those are things that you're going to want to know. Because what if you don't have enough time? What if you say, you know what, I got 20 minutes? You should be able to look to your journal and say, I know I can smoke this cigar in 20 minutes. Or if you got a lot of time, you just want to relax, you be like, yo, I know this cigar is going to give me 45 minutes to an hour of smoke time. So write down all this down. Say, here's today's date. Here's today's date. This is the cigar I'm puffing. I lit it up at this time. I got halfway through about this time. This is how I feel about it. The taste of it. This is the aroma. This is the thoughts. This is the feelings. This is the experience that I'm having with the cigar. Now, if you don't like it, the next thing you should also go do, the next time you come back, you can say, okay, I'm not trying this cigar. I'm not trying this one. This time, this cigar was a Connecticut wrapper. This time I want to try a Maduro. This time I want to try a Sumatra wrapper. This time I want a cigar from Brazil. This time I want a cigar from Cuba. This time I want a cigar from Dominican Republic. This time I want a cigar from Nicaragua. You can get here and say, I know I like the Maduro if it grows in Brazil. Or I like the Sumatra if it grows in Dominican Republic. You can now say, I might like my Criollo that's from Cameroon. The guy that they say, you know what? I tried a lot of different cigars, but now I know I'm only puffing a Cameroon. I don't care if it's from here, it's a Cameroon. Some people are just like that, and everybody is different. So I can't tell you and dictate which flavor and what you should do. I might like vanilla, you might like grape, this person might like chocolate. You never know, but you have to try all of them out, and then after a while, you start to X's and O's. X, yep, nope, not doing this one no more. I'm gonna go back to this one though, and then you have a. It took me almost a year to figure out. Okay, this is my favorite. For a long time, I had a favorite, and then it switched. You got to keep trying shit. Don't work, trying shit. You got to try something different. So every week, I try a new cigar, and that's not something I would encourage you to do. But I'm just saying, if you get into it every week, try a new cigar, and then you'll learn a little bit more about yourself. So, if there's anything else I'll encourage you to go ahead and get you a lighter. Now, I have a Zippo lighter. I have a couple of these. Now, why would I tell you to get a Zippo lighter? Because When it's windy outside, this lighter is wind resistant. So this is something that I would encourage you to also get later on down the line. You're gonna have your own cigars. They may say, do you want a straight cut, a V cut, or a punch cut? Get your own cut. It doesn't matter as long as you cut the cigar. But you need to have something. You need to have something. And then as you go along your journey, at some point, you may want to try the cigar. And if you can start the cigar pipe journey, I would encourage you to go ahead and get the corn cob. Because it's cheap. You can get it for less than $10. You can get a pack of them for $10. And so, whenever you get to that stage in your journey, you might just want to go ahead and try the cigar pipe. Now that's the advice that I would have gave to myself. Document your cigar journey. Be very detailed. Be very detailed. Things to note. When did you light it up? Keep track of the band and the brand. Say, man, this brand usually is very good. Or I don't like this brand. Like for me, I don't like Perdomo, but a lot of people Perdomo. But I like Drew Estate, their Liga Privada number 9s and their Flying Pigs. I like My Father, I like Leaf by Oscar. And those are things that you'll be able to say. One day you might be on the golf course. And of course, somebody might say, what cigar you puffing today? That's how I would start my cigar journey.